Welcome back to Dual Wield Gaming, everybody. Today we are going to be taking a look at some more video games that we have picked up in the past few weeks. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it. We're going to start with the GameCube. Everyone likes GameCube, right? We don't like how high the prices are, but you know, great system. First up, we have Lotus Challenge. This is just a racing game. It was $10, so why not? Next up, we have another $10 game, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. So I actually had this game way back in the day, and I tried to play it. Didn't get too far, but maybe we'll give it a shot because it's an RPG, and I love RPGs. Next up, we have Mega Man Battle Network Transmission. Yeah, not Battle Network, just regular network transmission. So I actually had the Mega Man Battle Network games on the Game Boy Advance. I actually played through those quite a bit. I can't remember which one it was because there's quite a bit, but this one is complete. So I decided, why not go and pick it up? I think it was around $25 to $30. Couldn't pass it up. It's pretty good, like spin-off Mega Man game, so I decided why not. And next up, we have Pokemon Coliseum. So just getting it out of the way now. One of the best games that I've got here. It's what, $150 now. Got a pretty good price on it. It was like $90 to $95, $90 to $100. Can't remember, but I got it in a lot of games. It does have some damage to it, but it's complete. And I had this game as a kid when we first got our GameCube. This was actually one of the games we got with it. I don't remember much. I don't remember how far I got in it. I just remember as a kid, this was one of the first games I've ever played. And I'm so glad I got it back because I'm going to go play through it and see how fun it actually is nowadays.
Yeah, it's crazy how that game is almost $200.
It's insane.
So, start off with my only Genesis game in my collection, NFL Quarterback Club. Yes, amazing game, I know. But it was $2. I just thought it's a complete Genesis game. Might as well pick it up.
I'm going to interrupt with my Genesis game. I got King of the Monsters 2. Got this off some random website. It was $28. It's like a $60 game. I didn't know if I wanted to keep it or sell it. I'm kind of on the fence because I don't really collect Genesis. I don't even know where my Genesis is at right now, but I decided to pick it up. Why not?
Yeah, I don't even have a Genesis to play that wonderful game. So, next up, we got Star Wars Battlefront 2, the good one, not the one on the PS4. I remember playing this like a tad bit. I don't remember when, but I remember playing it a little bit. I think we actually had it on the PSP when we had it.
I can't remember if we had it on the PSP, but I've played that game so many times. I've actually played it recently, like in the past year. I went through with a buddy of mine and we actually played through it a little bit, but that's definitely one of the games back from my childhood when we had a PS2 that I played quite a bit and I loved it.
The next one is God of War. Now, I know God of War, it's a huge set of games, and I decided to pick it up because it was maybe like $3, and I know it's good, and I wanted to play the God of War games, but I never had them, so I might as well pick those up. And then
I've never played the God of War games either. Back when I was playing a PS2 a lot more, I did have it, but I didn't play too much of it. I remember playing the very beginning of the game, and that was kind of it, but you can definitely get them on the PS3 as well. They have the remastered collection, but I mean, that's more expensive. You can get those for like under $5 pretty much anywhere, so it's not a bad deal at all.
Yeah, I played it for maybe like an hour or two. It was pretty good, you know, hack and slash type of game. So the next one, another Naruto game. If you watched the last video, so I got one on the DS. I think this is kind of like a predecessor to the Storm games because it kind of feels like it. And I played it for a couple hours, and it's kind of clunky, but it's a PS2 game. So, like I said, I love Naruto, so I just thought I would pick this up. I think it was only like $4, so...
Yeah, I played that game as well. It's not as fun as the Ninja Storm games, but it is, you know, a PS2 game. It's a little bit of an open world. You're forced onto a path, but you can roam around a little bit, and you pretty much just go through and do your missions. It gets pretty repetitive, but I mean, if you like the anime, if you like Naruto, it's definitely something you can pick up and play from time to time. Next up for me, we're going to go into some Xbox and PlayStation 2. I like Nintendo a lot. I would rather play Nintendo games other than anything else, but PlayStation, Xbox, even Sega, they've got some great games. I collect for all systems. And first up here, we have an original Xbox game. We have Yu-Gi-Oh! Which one is this? The Dawn of Destiny. So I got this for like $7. I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan. If you guys watched the last video, I talked about I played Yu-Gi-Oh a lot growing up. I've never played this one because I didn't have an Xbox growing up. So I decided for $7 complete, I'm gonna take that. Next up, we went to a half-price books not too long ago, and I got Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Never played this one. I'm a huge fan of dungeon crawling RPGs. If you guys have heard of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance or Champions of Norath, I think this is what it's like. I'm not entirely sure. I could be totally wrong, but that's what it looks like, and I love those games. Dark Alliance is one of my favorite games of all time. Definitely in my top 5. First RPG I've ever played. So I decided it was $30. It goes for about $50 to $55. I don't have an Xbox currently, but I do eventually want to play this game. And next up for the PS1, we have Digimon Rumble Arena. So I actually went to my local shop and they had this game for like $14, and I think it's like a $30 to $35 game. I didn't play Digimon. I didn't watch Digimon as a kid. I watched one of the animes, one of the newer ones. It was actually really, really good. But I've played the Digimon game on the PS4, and it really reminded me of what a Pokemon game should be like on a home console, because I didn't really like Sword or Shield. It was just kind of the same thing, and I wanted something more. And I really enjoyed the PS4 Digimon games. So there's that. And next up for the PS2, I got quite a bit of PS2 games. They're everywhere. You can get them pretty much anywhere for pretty cheap. PS2 is probably it might be my favorite console of all time, or one of. I've just played so many games on it, so many hours. First up, we have Spyro Into the Dragonfly. Haven't played any Spyro games all the way through. I've played a few of them, started them, never got through them. So eventually, I do want to play all the way through that. Next up, we have Sonic Unleashed. So a lot of the Sonic games in that PS2, Wii era, Xbox 360 era were really bad. They weren't very good. A lot of people didn't like them. I haven't played this one in particular. I do like Sonic. He's a really cool character. I love the original games. I love Sonic Generations. That one was really fun.
Yeah, I love that.
So these weird games that a lot of people didn't like, I actually want to go back and see how bad they actually are, or if there's some like hidden gems and how good they actually are. So we'll see. We'll see. Next up, we have Inuyasha. So I haven't seen this anime. I'm a huge anime fan, so I decided to pick it up. I think I got this for like $15 to $20, and it goes for like $35. So, you know, an anime game that was like almost half off. Definitely take that. Next up, we have GTA Vice City, not Stories, just Vice City. This is the only Grand Theft Auto game that I've actually never played. I haven't played Vice City. San Andreas was fun. I loved GTA 3. Liberty City Stories on the PSP. Fantastic. GTA 4, GTA 5. Haven't played Vice City though. For $3, it's complete. Has the map. Why not? Next up, another anime game, Full Metal Alchemist and the Broken Angel. Yeah, and the Broken Angel. One of my favorite animes of all time. Definitely in my top 5, maybe my top 3. I have a wall scroll right there of Full Metal. Absolutely fantastic. Never played any of the video games though, so it's going to be interesting to see how they made those.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a Full Metal game until he showed me, and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's 2 on the PS2, and there's 2 on the DS, I believe. So one of them's a card game, which is weird. Next up, we have Contra. Shattered Soldier? Yeah, Shattered Soldier. Also got this at the same place I got Digimon. This was only $10. It's like a $20 to $25 game. I loved Contra on the NES. I played it a lot. It kicked my butt, but it was absolutely fun. So had to pick that one up for pretty cheap. And next up, we have IGPX. Yeah, Immortal Grand Prix. I got this in a bundle with Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles and Mega Man for the GameCube that I just showed. So I decided, why not? It's a weird little racing game. It was in the bundle, so it was pretty cool.
So next up for me is the PS4 games. Now, 3 of these I got at GameStop because they were cheap, so I'll just go over those real quick. NBA 2K17, it was $1. I used to have it, so I just picked it up. Star Wars Battlefront, again, $1. When I played it, I actually really liked it, and I think I went through all the missions and played a little bit of multiplayer, but I liked it, so it was $1. I had to pick it up.
I actually pre-ordered that game when it came out. I got it on launch day. I was very disappointed because I paid $60 for it, it's not that bad of a game. I mean, it gets a lot of hate because it has the name Battlefront. It should not have had the same name as the PS2 games. It's not awful, but it's not great. I mean, it's just kind of like, if you want to play Star Wars games, the mini games are really fun. You know, being able to be in a TIE fighter or an X-Wing or the Falcon and kind of just like going through and just playing missions is fun. I don't really care for like the 50v50 online multiplayer. That's not my type of game, but you know, it's not too bad. The second one didn't really care for though.
Yeah. The second one was alright. I played the story and it just like made no sense to me.
It got a lot better, I heard, you know, with the updates or at least the multiplayer. But
yeah, the multiplayer I've heard is good, but
I don't play it too much multiplayer anymore, so.
So the next one is a game I never even heard of, Pharaonic, I think that's how you say it, Deluxe Edition. And it actually, since it's the Deluxe Edition, if I can get this out, it comes with 2 discs.
Oh, it does?
And it comes with the soundtrack and then the game itself.
$5?
$5, and I actually returned 2 games, so it was only $3.
Yeah, I saw that game. I used to pretty much, when I was collecting before I moved out and sold all my games for college and all that, I was picking up pretty much every single game that I could that was like $3 to $5. So that was one I almost actually picked up, but I didn't. No, it's all at GameStop.
The last one is Killzone Shadowfall. I picked this up at a pawn shop for I think $3, and I'm actually playing it right now. I only have around 3 hours left, and it's actually pretty fun. It's like a sci-fi shooter. It was actually a launch title for the PS4, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, it's a pretty good game.
Yeah, a lot of those launch titles are very, very cheap, except for unless you're a GameCube game.
Yeah.
But just shooters like that, I really enjoy them. Just like random little shooters that are like 5 to 10 hours long that you can just get on, kill some people, get off. I mean, I like those games. They're pretty fun. So next up for me, we have Wii U and Wii games. So for the Wii, we have some fantastic, absolutely incredible Lego games. So we have Lego Marvel Superheroes and Lego Movie. These were $3. Just filler titles for the Wii U. It's one of the sets that if there is filler for it, I'm probably just going to grab it because it's the Wii U and the games are really cheap right now. I don't expect these to go up in price ever, but I decided for $3, I was in the mood to pick up some filler, so I did.
And they're Lego games, so there will be at least decent, if not pretty good.
Yeah, and if I wanted to like sell them later, a kid's gonna want those.
Yeah.
Someone's always gonna want them. They're not gonna go for much, but if I did want to sell them, I could easily get rid of them pretty quickly. Next up, we have another copy of Sonic Unleashed. I didn't know I had this until he said, "Do you have 2 copies for the Wii and the PS2?" And I do. So I actually got this in a lot. I wanted to play it, and I didn't realize I got the PS2 copy literally like a few days later. So we got 2 copies of that now. Next up, we have Mario Super Sluggers. Now, this is one of the games that we played growing up a lot.
Yeah, we did.
We just played this on the Wii. We had the Wii. It was our 3rd console. So, but it was the one that we played a lot because we were more grown up. We weren't as little playing just random games. So, Mario Super Sluggers and New Super Mario Bros. That he has, we played that game a lot. So very fun. I hope that they make another Mario baseball game soon. So next up we have Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Wheelies Breaker. So I've actually never played this game, but I'm excited to actually go through it eventually. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And the 5D's game on the 3DS was great. So I got this for like $5 or $6 and couldn't pass it up because I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And the last Wii game we have Lara Croft Anniversary Edition, Tomb Raider Anniversary Edition. I haven't played, I don't think, any of the Tomb Raider games, actually.
I have. I played the one on the PS4. I think it was... I'm blanking on the name, but it was...
Definitive Edition.
Yeah, that one. Not the newer one, the one that they remade. And it was pretty good. I personally like Uncharted more. I love the Uncharted games. If you watched the last video, I said it's up there with my favorite series with Pokemon. So next, we got Xbox 360. Start off with 2 games that I love. I personally haven't played Fable 3, but I do like the Fable series. I did play Fable 2 when we had it on the 360 back in the day. And these were only $3 a piece, and I think that was a pretty good deal for 2 games that I actually want to play. And my 360 actually doesn't work right now. It'll turn on for like 2 minutes and it will turn off. So if you put in a game and play for a minute, it'll just turn off. But luckily, I have another one, but it's untested, so hopefully it'll work so I can play these games.
Let's hope it works, because I just bought it.
Yeah.
But I played Fallout. I played Fable 2. I beat it. Absolutely loved that game. Haven't played Fable 3. I heard it's a lot different, so I wonder how that is. And I also played the original Fable, or I guess Fable Anniversary on the PC for a little bit. Probably like 5 hours. I didn't get too far, but I mean, Fables is fantastic. It's a great series.
So next, a couple of shooters. We got Battlefront 3 Premium Edition and Call of Duty World at War. I got these for $2 a piece at a Salvation Army, and the discs are pretty good. They both work. I tested them out, and I've never played World at War, but I've heard it was pretty good. And Battlefield 3, I think, is also pretty good if I remember correctly. And a game I never heard of, Kingdoms of Amular Reckoning.
Yeah, Amular.
It was $4. He told me to pick it up because I think he said it was a pretty good game.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it's like Skyrim and a Dragon Age. I hope I'm thinking of the right game that is. But it got remastered on the PS4. So, but it is one of those games that I've always like had in the back of my mind, like, oh, I want to play that eventually. At some point, I want to play it. So, you know, fantasy games like that, I'll play, you know, pretty much any day. Next up is going to be the last of my games for the Nintendo Switch. I've got a ton of them here. The Switch has become my favorite console. I play it pretty much every single day whenever I'm, you know, watching TV, just having some downtime. I pick up my Switch and I put in a game and play it because it's that easy. It also has a lot of fun, you know, family games where you can play with other people. So first off, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. I don't know if I'm ever going to play this one on the Switch because I have the PS4 version and I've played a lot of it in the PS4 version. But it came in a lot of games and I love Yu-Gi-Oh! As I've said many times already. Next up we have Story of Season Friends of Mineral Town. So this is a funny story, another eBay purchase that confuses me. This guy had this up for like $30 or $25 and he had like 4 other games and I offered him 50% off every game he had, and he took it. So, middle of the night eBay transactions. That's what I love right there. So that was like 15, 16 bucks. I can't remember exactly. Next up, we have Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. So, you can talk about how much you like Monkey Ball real quick.
I love Monkey Ball so much. I had 1 and 2 on the GameCube, and I have the one on the DS. I absolutely love them. And when we picked this up a while back, when we were younger, I was like, oh, this is going to be great. It's going to be like 1 and 2, like absolutely amazing games. It really wasn't. I don't like it to this day. It added a jumping mechanic, and that's just not that fun. The visuals aren't the same. So if you're looking for a game, don't get that one. Try to get the ones on the GameCube, and actually I think one released on the 360 that had all of them, so get that one. Please don't get that one.
And that one's on the Wii as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have that one. So I picked that up because it was $10, and I was like, yeah, $10 for a Switch game. I mean, it's pretty cheap for a Switch game, so why not? Next up, we have Xenoblade Chronicles. So this was one of the games I actually almost played. So instead of playing this, I played another game I'll show you in a minute, but I picked this up for like $30. My goal is to get like all the first-party Nintendo games and just like really good RPGs and stuff. Just like household games that, you know, everyone knows that are going to be always like 40 to 50. I want to try and get them for $30. So $30, definitely wanted it. Eventually I'll play it. 60-hour game. So, you know, we'll get it eventually. Next up, we have Toho Jinso Wanderer Reloaded. I don't know why I bought this. I don't remember. I think it was like $40 and it's like a $60 game. Just a weird NIS America game. NIS America makes some, you know, really weird RPGs, so maybe I'll play it. I don't know why I bought it, to be honest with you. Next up, a game that one of my favorite games growing up I had was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team on the Game Boy Advance. I still have my copy, and I wanted this for the longest time. It was one I actually almost got for Christmas, and I got Paper Mario instead. Bad choice. I did not like that game. I played it for like almost 10 hours too, and it's just not fun with no XP. There's just like it's just like going through and blandly playing it. It's boring. But I got this game again, $30. absolutely love it. Here's Paper Mario, don't like it. To touch on that really quickly, it's, you know, the other Paper Mario games, everyone's always like, I want Super Mario RPG. I want Thousand Year Door. And they're just not getting that. I haven't played Thousand Year Door. I played Super Mario RPG for a little bit. I actually had it complete in box at one point. Sadness, because it's really expensive. But there's just no XP in Paper Mario or Origami King. It's pretty much just playing through an RPG without leveling up. And, you know, having to do random encounter. I guess they're not random encounters, but having to do encounters throughout the game. Fighting monsters, just like in the open world. There's no point to it because you don't get any XP. The story is cool. I like the concept of it. If they literally would have had a better battle system and XP, I think the game would have been good. Next up, we have Octopath Traveler, another game that I was deciding on to play. Decided against it right now, but I have played it in the past. Fantastic game. It has a lot of different characters that you can play as. Each one has their own story, has their own path, and eventually you do get all the characters once you play through the story. Just another really long RPG, but, you know, like a 16-bit Super Nintendo game made for the Switch. I would recommend it for anyone who wants to play like a really long RPG. And last but not least, Ni no Kuni is the other game that I was deciding to play. Another 60-hour game. Decided against it because it's 60 hours.
Yeah, I actually kind of want to play that game, but it's 60 hours, so I'm kind of like, yeah.
I love the art style on it, you know. It's just, I also have it on the PS3 as well. I just have never played it.
So the last of my games, my pickups are original Xbox. And I actually like collecting original Xbox and 360 because they are cheap. You can
super cheap.
Super cheap. So I got some pretty good titles in here, and the first one is Crimson Skies. Now I've heard from other YouTubers that this is actually a really good, you know, flying game, like a flying arcade game. And actually, like, I've heard one of the best on the console, so I decided to pick that up for pretty cheap, I think $4 or $5.
Yeah, I like flying simulation game, not simulation, like, you know, types of games like that. I don't know what they're called exactly, but like Ace Combat, I got on the PS4, and God, that game is so hard. Like, I cannot figure out the controls. I'm like upside down, like, where is it? So I like those type of games, but they kind of just like, they're too difficult for me to figure out, I guess. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, like, and actually when I play GTA 5, I will go, like, steal planes because it's just fun to go, you know, fly around, and that's what I like in the game. That's probably the most fun I have in the game.
The controls in that game are actually really good. The flying missions are really fun. I really enjoyed those.
So the next two, actually, I got on a lot on eBay. Again, look on eBay for good deals. These for $10. Blinks, the Time Sweeper. Never heard of it, and I actually don't know what type of game it is. So maybe you can figure that out.
It's like some weird 4D action game on the Xbox.
There you go. And another game was Mega Man Anniversary Collection. I like Mega Man. I played Mega Man 11 on the Switch. Not much any other of the ones because I never had them. But I do like the Mega Man series. So I'm glad to have this because I think it has 1 through 6 or 1 through 8.
Yeah, probably just all the original.
Yeah.
But I played the original Mega Man on the NES when I had it. It's a very fun game. Just very simple, you know, very simple platformers that, you know, you get items. I like it. That's my type of game.
I like how, like, each boss you kill, I guess, you get their powers. That's really cool. So now Fable 1, in the video I got Fable 1 or Fable 2 and 3, and now I have 1. And I don't know if we ever had this.
I don't think so.
But I mean, it's Fables, and this is one of the games I really want to play if the 360 works, because it is backwards compatible. So yeah. And the game that is not backwards compatible is Star Wars The Clone Wars and Tetris Worlds.
Just combo pack.
Yeah, combo pack. It was like $2 or $3.
I also have a copy of that. We picked them up at the same time from the same store. I guess I forgot to grab my copy, but I also got one of those as well for $3.
Yeah, and I actually don't know what type of game Star Wars is.
I don't know. I've never played the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
It's probably just, you know, going along with the story of the movie, but I could be wrong. I honestly have no idea.
And then Tetris Worlds, I like Tetris. It's just a simple puzzle game, so yeah.
All right, and the last of my Switch games here, we have a sealed copy of Nexomon Extinction. So I actually liked this game more than Pokemon Sword and Shield, which I might get a lot of hate for that because, you know, Pokemon, and this is like a knockoff Pokemon game. I haven't played this one because it's sealed, but I do have it on the PS4. I got a digital copy of it whenever it was on sale for like $8 or something. I stopped playing it because I just don't play my PS4 as much because I like to watch TV while I play video games. And I did play it for I think around like 3 to 5 hours. I didn't get too far, but there's a lot of different mechanics that Pokemon doesn't have. It feels like there's more layers to the game. Mm-hmm. And it gives me like a breath of fresh air from Pokemon. Like it feels like I'm playing like Ruby or Sapphire or something, but with like a lot more to it. So I would recommend it. I think I got this one for like $20. So it's not too expensive. It's a pretty cheap game.
Yeah, I played it for a couple hours, and personally I like Pokemon more. That's just because it's probably one of my favorite game series.
Well, I like Pokemon more. I was so disappointed with Sword and Shield. I wanted something completely different, and I just went into it thinking that I'm getting something different, and I just got, you know, the same old Pokemon game, which is fine. It's not a bad game. It just wasn't what I wanted. So
yeah, I loved Pokemon Sword and Shield. I put like 150 hours into it, and I almost have a full Pokedex. I just need the legendary from Shield, and then I played the DLC. I love it. So yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't beat it. I got to the 7th or 8th gym, but I'll probably restart it and play it eventually. Next up, we have Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy! This is actually pretty fun. So me and my girlfriend actually play Jeopardy quite a bit. It does what it is. It's Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. So nice little game. You can sit down and play like a few rounds of it. Just fun. Next up, we have Super Mario Deluxe. This is the Wii U version. I also have the Wii U version. Me and my girlfriend have also been playing this. We are on World 3 or 4. It's just too easy. The newer Mario games, man, are just way too easy. I want something that's a little bit tougher. Even the one on the DS, I've just started playing again. I have played that game, I don't know how many times as a kid, but I just started playing it again because I got my 3DS, and it's not super tough or anything like that, but I do find myself dying a lot more than I do in this game. This game, you can just get through the first world and have like 30 or 40 lives already. And it's like, I'm never going to have it continue. Like, I've played many Mario games. This is probably the easiest one, but it is fun to play with, friends and family.
Maybe they made it a lot more easier for the kids who just bought their Switch and they want to play a Mario game.
Well, that's the one problem I have with Mario games, and we can talk about this in a separate video, but talk about it a little bit here is, I feel like they make games like that too easy. Like they make Mario, the Yoshi game, Yoshi Woolly World and Crafted World are super easy games. The Pokemon games have gotten, I feel like, Eevee, Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu.
Was way too easy.
I never died once at all, ever, in that game. Too easy. So it just feels like some games are I don't know if it's me just like playing so many games and growing up with them, and they were harder back then, or if they're actually just super easy now. But I would like a harder version of Mario. If they could just like increase the difficulty. If I hit like a Goomba or something, I immediately die, or they don't have, life mushrooms throughout the level or something. I don't know how to really say what they could do to make it harder, but I feel like they need to make it harder.
Yeah, one thing like I kind of wish for the Mario and Pokemon games is add a normal mode and add a hard mode, so you can have both for the fans who want a more of a challenge. Because people like make for Pokemon Nuzlocke, it's a harder version.
I mean, that's one way to do it, but it's the fan version.
It's the fan version.
I mean, they do that with Fire Emblem. You have the mode where if you kill a character, they're dead forever. But again, in the Fire Emblem 3 houses, you're able to turn back time like 10 times throughout the round. So it kind of makes it easy. If you die, you're just like, I just turn back time, instead of, oh crap, you're dead, you know? So, I mean, you can turn that on and off too, but I feel like even with it being on, I lost one character because I didn't care about him. So, But next up, we have the game I'm currently playing, and that is Collection of Mana. I'm playing Final Fantasy Adventure. The reason I chose this over Ni no Kuni, Xenoblade, and Octopath is because it's like a 10 to 12 hour game instead of a 60-hour game. I just felt like if I started it, I'd actually finish it. One problem I have with it is the screen is cut off like a Game Boy game, because Final Fantasy Adventure came out on the original Game Boy, that the screen is cut. I haven't played it on the big screen just because I probably wouldn't like it. It'd look weird, but playing on the handheld, I don't have any problems with it at all. And the last game here is Guns of Mercy. So this is a sealed copy. You guys know, like, limited run games. This is a company like that. I don't know what the company is, but I got this. It's out of 1,500, so there's only 1,500 copies of this. If there's ever games like this, I'm going to pick them up, simply because they're going to go up in price eventually, and I can sell it to buy other games, or I can just keep it in the collection and say I have it. So that's why I got it. I got a few more limited run games coming in the mail soon, and the Star Wars game's actually coming out, so I'm going to get that. So that's going to be all the games, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.